When you see a video like this,
Hey, how do you like your Tesla? I'm thinking of getting one.
I used to love it before Elon went crazy.
Oh, so I'm assuming you also used to love your Nikes before you learned they were made in a Chinese sweatshop?
you would believe that the people making this are much hated because they actively call out people. But the reality says otherwise. Selective moral outrage is the official sport of the internet. That was spot on. But when someone like Sneeko calls out someone like Andrew Tate, he is the laughingstock of the very same comment section.
So why does the internet react so differently to the same field from different creators?
Well, it isn't about the internet, but how these creators present themselves to the public. Those who present themselves correctly are rewarded with everlasting fans, and some are left to be the joke no one cares, until it's a controversy. Matt and Justice, with over 5 million subscribers, have made an audience that watches their video whether it's appealing to their narrative or not. This is best shown by this Reddit post. Hell yeah, I love Matt and Justice. There tends to be more love for them than just this, even on their very controversial videos, like this one, making joke of Donald Trump. You will find comments like,
This performance is exactly what I needed. It deserves more views. So, how do they do it? Well, the answer is simpler than it seems, because Matt and Justice are not your typical comedian. They make joke of everything, from far-left teenagers to far-right old people, from Asian to African American. They have no bias that will block a group of people from enjoying their content. And their facial expressions keep the viewer laughing instead of judging, which what most comedians don't realize. Matt and Justice also have a very comforting personality, which can be seen in this podcast.
How do you manage to get your videos to reach so unlikely and insane scenarios being so relatable at the same time? From Evom VP5JS.
Great question. How do we get into this?
I don't know how to even like so relatable, unlikely scenarios. I guess maybe like you heighten the
okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it starts from like
see things at parties and stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like these ideas are coming out of in a way they're kind of coming out of nowhere. But I guess I don't know. How would you answer that?
We
question?
just live our lives through comedy lenses. So every time anything crazy happens in our life, or we just find something amusing or funny, we're like, oh, that's a bit, and then that's what we'll do. We'll
look
make a
how
bit out of it.
Penguin Zero is talking about him.
Not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also
cool. Is that real?
a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here.
But if you look at Sneeko's history, you would start to notice a pattern. 2022, the great deplatforming. He was permanently banned from YouTube, followed closely by Twitch and Instagram, after shifting from street interviews to extreme right-wing trolling and misogynistic content.
About a month later.
Right, because in October, your main YouTube channel got banned.
And my second channel, and TikTok, which I'm still banned on, Meta, Twitch, everything.
Okay, so
July 2024, the Moist Critical feud.
You want to watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch?
Sneeko picked a fight with Moist Critical, Charlie, which completely backfired. It got so toxic that Charlie actually stepped away from his own podcast just to distance himself from the internet sludge. The internet has taken his persona, and they differ to change. Longtime friend telling him he's been a disgusting racist POS bully and has offended him to the point of calling off their friendship. And he is so deluded and arrogant that he sits there trying to argue. He is a truly disgusting person at his core. But I guess everyone knew that already.
Okay, I get that, but why does the internet loves Matt and Justice then?
Well, that comes down to his actions. because by the late 2020s, Sneeko was doing street interviews
say
that
it.
seemed more like
It
professional
depends. No.
harassment.
Why not?
Because some people find it offensive.
Do you?
He's saying it. He still be saying it.
6'9" Hispanic. He's not black.
He's into him.
He's kind of black.
Yeah, he's into him.
He's in.
See? This makes the person answering very uncomfortable. But Sneeko seems to be blind of it. But the internet reacts to it instantly. The only thing that could salvage his career is the same thing that salvages anyone's career in America: being anti-black.
But you still didn't answer me. Why Matt and Justice don't get the
Slow down. I'm getting there. The reason you don't see people hating on Matt and Justice often is because instead of harassing real people on streets or selectively targeting a group to get the most attention out of, they film in a closed environment and don't have a bias when making jokes. Let me give you some example. Do you see a pattern here? Do you see one-sided narrative here?
I do not. But doesn't hating everyone makes them a hater? Someone which everyone would dislike? Why would people like to watch someone who has no bounds to their jokes?
Because the internet thinks differently, yet they all want to be on the correct side, while also having fun. So it's better for the world to laugh at everyone, instead strictly ignoring everyone just to feed into their narrative. And you're right, some problematic would be hated in real life. Yes, but as I said, the internet works differently. A person who's scared of bees acts like Vladimir Putin, while a woman pushing her 60s is acting like the anime waifu to a teenager.
I get it. The internet likes Matt and Justice because they are funny and not harming anyone, and still making jokes on everyone.
Correct. And Sneeko, on the other hand, is doing polar opposite.
So, does the internet has a middle ground for all these shenanigans?
Zacharias Hoyto, also known as Asmongold, is a popular American political commentator and Twitch streamer who started his career as a World of Warcraft gamer. He has served in many online drama and has been given the name Roachman by the communities. Asmongold holds a massive audience with a very different political view that neither likes right-wing nor left-wing.
This guy has been live streaming for years, averaging length more than 10 hours per stream. And he has everything: comedy, trolling, extreme political view, haters, lover. Dude is the Kanye West of Twitch at this point. And he is the perfect candidate for someone who is neither totally hated, like Sneeko, or totally off the radar, like Matt and Justice.
Dude, you're just laying opinions. How would I know if this Asmongold is the middle ground?
Well, let's look back a little back. Look at the 2024 Sweet Baby Inc. saga. Half the internet hailed him as a base truth teller, exposing woke industry rot, while the other half called him a dangerous grifter, radicalizing gamers.
That's a huge split. Does he just own it?
When he dropped that absolute nuke of a take on Palestinians, the heat was insane. He was labeled a racist, got banned, and the Asmon is a monster threads were trending. But then he apologized, stepped back, and his fans were like, finally, he's reflecting. He's still our guy. He plays the villain and the hero in the same week. He's untouchable because he's transparent about being a roach living in filth while lecturing everyone on world politics.
So, it was never really about offensive jokes? That means the same joke can get one person praised and another person canceled.
Exactly. The internet doesn't reward people for being offensive. It rewards people for being consistent. Once people know who you are, every new action gets filtered through that reputation. Every single time. Because on the internet, people don't judge the joke first, they judge the person telling it. Reputation comes before context.
Matt and Justice built a reputation around comedy first. Sneeko built one around conflict first. Asmongold built one around saying whatever he thinks, even if it gets him into trouble. And that's what separates the smart jesters from the fool jesters of the internet. One understands that controversy is a tool. The other mistakes controversy for a personality.
If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe and tell us, will you be the fool or the smart? Since everyone is a jester.